All right, everyone, welcome to podcast episode 22.
22.
We're going to look through some of last week's comments because we asked you guys what teachers we would be, and we had a few.
I have a couple comments I just want to read for fun. But first off, I want to show everyone my bulky-ass case I already showed you guys.
Bro, this thing is a tank.
This thing is going to stop a bullet. Can they see it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's like I have an iPhone, and now it's
square to the camera.
Now it's like an inch thick. Yeah, it's fucked.
It's like
Alright.
OtterBox Defender, yeah. Well, you have a smaller phone than I did to begin with, don't you?
like
Never compare sizes.
but they should be the same thickness.
Maybe not with Drew, anyways.
We got the same girth.
Okay, so the one I wanted to read was, I thought Rob was an overweight Asian American just from hearing his voice. What?
You do sound like it.
An
What?
overweight Asian American?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Edmonton Oilers with Calgary Flames, both goalies going at it. Some guys just watching a game of hockey. That was a pretty good game, though.
This is Shane is the funny history teacher that will give everyone hundreds on a test because he doesn't like marking it.
True.
Chris is the one that monotone physics chemistry teacher that everyone hates to get because he puts everyone to sleep. And the reason I love this comment so much, Drew is the math teacher that puts on hockey highlights if everyone finishes the test fast enough. My grade 12 calc teacher would do that, but he was a Habs fan, so like we didn't mesh very well. And then Rob obviously just sells the boys booze on the DL.
Yeah. I'm like,
The gym teacher.
if you need beer or anything, come my way.
I love this
Rob's
comment.
like, I am 19, so
I love this comment from Thermophobe because it's just so inaccurate for one of them. It says, for me, digital art or movie studies. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Rob, Jim.
What's
Shane,
ICD?
programming.
he can't even speak English.
Nope. And then Drew, econ. Which,
Yeah, fair.
This guy's, I love Drew's mic that covers his whole head when he looks down at this phone.
It's because
hiding.
Drew has a tendency for some reason to stick his head around it instead of just looking down
I'll
at
turn
his
it
phone.
this way.
As always, though, the top comment, this got to be the best. The Chris, some people would literally die for traditions. Me on the hospital bed, but absolutely can't miss a shirtless pick of Rob.
Can't blame the guy.
No.
Last one, too, is as a Browns, because I wore a Baker shirt last week. He's like, as a Browns fan, love your shirt, blah, blah, blah. How many reactions to Stefanski being hired? One thing I'll say is that was a huge mistake. He used to work for the Vikings, and now he was like a minimal part of their
He's
staff.
blocking Shane's head.
And now, I don't know, it's a bad hire. He's not ready to be a head coach, but that's my take.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So
we shall see.
We'll see how it plays out.
we should
See
probably
how she plays out.
start with the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Chiefs
Wow.
Kingdom. Wait, Super Bowl or the halftime show?
Half.
All
time.
of it.
Super time. Super Bowl.
Super time. It was a super time.
Man,
Okay, so I'll
fucking KC was getting trounced at the start.
they were. It was.
Trounce says in like, okay, it was 10, 10 and a
It was
half.
like
trounced.
it was like hard to tell which way it was gonna go. But on a side note, J-Lo still has it. It's like I'm sitting far from the table.
Baby.
Okay,
God.
honestly though, that's not a side note. That's just a note.
And
That's also, we just said, forget the halftime show for now. Let's talk about the game.
How can you-
can't.
brought it
How can you forget the halftime
It's on my
show?
it's in my train of thought. And I swear Shakira's been like a 10 for as long as I've been alive.
Shakira.
Exactly.
She like, hasn't aged.
She
must be,
like increases 10 points every 10 years.
Yeah, it's
Me
like
and Drew were literally talking the way here. We're like, either they have like no plastic surgery or they have the best surgeons
Yeah.
ever.
Oh, 100%.
They 100% have like the best fucking surgeons in the
'Cause
world.
they don't.
You can't tell.
Yeah.
Well,
but
it's
you
like-
know it's there.
maybe she's just like a Benjamin Button.
Maybe
type
they
thing.
use
also-
Arbonne.
You have to. You have to remember that they're like
I can't read it.
covered in like layers of makeup for that show.
Yeah,
That's fair.
everything.
Oh yeah.
So it probably looks a lot better.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
She's looked the exact same
Yeah.
since.
Shakira.
she looks like she's like so young still.
Oh,
you know what I
baby,
mean? It's
wanna
like
talk
pretty
about
wild. Like she's been around for forever. When did Hips Don't Lie even come out? Like
Like we were probably like 5 years old.
yeah, because I remember seeing that in like
I was just a
elementary
baby, just like-
school, fresh out of the womb, just giving her. But like I don't know, it was like obviously it was very visually appealing. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But like
stimulating,
Dude,
if you will.
very good
she was playing the
CGI.
guitar. You just see like the plug dangling by the end of it. I was like, this is a tough look for them. But
Okay, so it wasn't supposed to. It was a performance.
yeah, exactly.
It wasn't actually like, oh, we're gonna
Like a concert or
even, She
something.
didn't even try to lip sync half her music.
Yeah,
it was
just
just a
kind of
performance.
playing.
Which I did not like at all. I
That's fair.
understand the point of it. Like even Annie was saying the same thing. She's like, it was a good like dance show, and that's all it was.
It was like them breakdancing. It was
But
pretty.
then I showed her the Bruno Mars one.
It was
from,
literally
what
just
was that?
all about the booty.
Pretty much.
Was that 5 years ago? Bruno
Yeah.
Mars?
5 years? Yeah.
And I showed her that one. She's like, okay, now that's a good
Bruno Mars
halftime
and then
show.
Katy Perry's was good. Lady
Yeah.
Gaga's was nuts.
Yeah.
But the issue is, and then they had what
Justin
2 in a row where they
Timberlake
just
and-
kind of were like,
Like.
and then last year's was Maroon 5.
And it was all right, but still, like.
I
Just
heard
kind
that
of,
was awful.
It wasn't
All
that
right, well, good. So this time they're like, okay, we want more of a performance.
Yeah. It was
Boom.
like clickbait for the Super Bowl halftime shows.
Correct.
Shakira,
I-
J-Lo dancing, blah.
Huge.
My one issue was they're literally like shaking their asses with no pants on, and there's like
Kids everywhere.
30 kids surrounding
Well,
them.
like
It's
J-Lo's part started on a stripper pole. She's like spinning around.
Yeah.
And then
with
all of a sudden
the-
there's a bunch of kids in cages.
and you're
That
like,
was hilarious because we're just all like, that's King Kong right there.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, that's the strength.
Yeah, the thighs.
yeah, the
well,
side.
Jesus, man.
She does Kegels to the max.
well, I didn't know she was in a movie like. I
Yeah,
think it was, like,
Hustler.
Hustlers, where like she plays a stripper with like Cardi B and
Oh,
stuff.
that's just good timing.
So I guess like it just happened to be transferable skills, you know, good timing.
She got them soft skills.
What surprised me though is like
Those are hard skills for sure. You know what I mean?
with like the Super Bowl being the biggest American sports event in the year,
Yeah.
why don't they get better artists?
Well, those are two
Bro,
pretty
it's
high
Shakira
profile.
and
J-Lo
J-Lo.
is pretty washed
So
up.
here's the thing. They're probably trying to
But
expand.
she's J-Lo.
They're
Yeah.
honestly probably trying to expand the game. Like, what's
Yeah.
gonna bring like Latin America? Like, what's gonna draw them to the game?
Yeah, lots
Well,
of
you have
Uh-huh,
like Shakira's huge.
yeah, like I saw.
Is
Like,
she that much anymore?
Yeah.
yeah,
Is she
she's
still?
like in,
She's just
in like Colombia and like
I
where
know
she's
we said
from.
we wouldn't
she's
Google,
big.
And then
Like her YouTube, I don't know what her YouTube numbers are like, but she's like, she's relevant still in my
and
opinion.
then they brought in the 2 features were J Balvin and
Yeah.
like Bad Bunny, the 2 biggest
two
artists.
biggest Spanish rappers out there.
Yeah, I had no idea who those people were.
They thought they were the same person.
So too, yeah.
I thought they were the same
The
person.
guy in like the baggy sweater and
Yeah.
then the one who was
Yeah.
dressed like a condom. Yeah, I thought they were the same people.
Like it was weird because like I listened to them like I was like, oh, these guys are known in America too.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, these guys are on the Super Bowl stage. Like I know that they're like
huge.
big, but like I didn't think they were gonna be like that big
I've
to headline
never
the Super
heard of
Bowl.
them.
J-Lo worth 400, Shakira worth 300.
$1 million.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
It means
They mean they got that fat stacks.
But what I'm saying is like they're not as relevant anymore. Like, what was
See-
J-Lo's last big song?
Man, you
I
literally
don't know,
just
but
have
that
to
movie Hustler, she was literally just in it. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
came
She's
out
also
at the end
relevant-
of the year.
she's
Aren't those
relevant-
like all like from what I've seen? I don't know about Hustler, but all of her movies are all like B list.
I don't know.
movies.
So everyone said she got snubbed for not getting a Grammy for it or nominated. So I don't know.
I don't even know, to
Supposedly
be
it was
honest.
decent.
Isn't it Grammy Music?
Oscar, maybe I'm
something.
thinking. It's whatever their award thing is. I think you're right.
But what do you call it? Like
You
J Lo
think
is
I
also
want a
pretty relevant
Grammy?
because of A
You don't
Rod
think-
too, right? Like I hate to phrase it that way, but she's
I
married
don't think
to
so at all.
Alex Rodriguez.
I think
you know
they're-
who that is.
I think they're both
Sport.
big in their own.
They're
realm.
both big like in their own realm, but like A Rod's known like in the realm of sports pretty well, and like
Well, Shakira's
J Lo
also-
would have been known on her own too. Sorry, J Lo would have been known on her own too, but like the fact her and A Rod are like that power couple.
I think J Lo
Yeah, true.
would have
Yeah.
more people that know her than A Rod. Just the reason we would know A Rod more because we're in more of a sports scene.
I guess so. Like
Anyone outside of sports would have no idea who he is.
I guess there's maybe.
Okay,
just,
Drew, can you fucking stop?
are you clapping?
Stop
your
what?
feet?
All I hear is just
Christ.
slapping of your meat.
Sit still.
Guys, flippers for
I
feet.
can't
yo.
add
I'm gonna literally
caffeination.
get fucking duct tape and tie his ankles to the chair.
Caffeination nation.
I bet you can probably hear that on the mics.
No.
Oh, remember when he was like fucking
Like
Pangu seal clapping over here? We could barely pick that up.
Pango still clapping.
But also, speaking of like the couple, Shakira's also dating. Isn't she dating
Soccer
like,
player.
one of the biggest soccer players in the world?
I didn't know who she's
He
married
was
to be
back in
honest.
the day. He's probably one of the best looking soccer players, I think.
What's his name? Do you guys
don't
know?
know.
Can we fact check that, or is that too
I'm not
risky
allowed
for
to
the-
Like,
Google
I know
come
she.
I'm not allowed to
No,
Google
she's
anymore.
dating. She's dating like a soccer player. Well, no, she's
I want to say
gotta be
he
married.
has like an acronym for a name, like PK or something.
Your room is always
you're
so
just
warm.
typecasting.
No, I swear it's what his name is.
Gerard Peak.
Peak, PK. I knew it was.
Yeah.
I knew it was PK or Peak, something like that.
Yeah,
Beautiful
yeah.
man.
He does
Your
look pretty.
way
He's
to
handsome, man.
Mhm.
They would
Wait,
make some
let me see a
good-looking
pic.
children.
They have.
They do. Have?
I don't know. Their kids are probably.
But,
They're 43. They must have some child.
Ooh.
it's a power couple.
That is
That's
a power couple. Holy.
They literally run
But there was.
Latin America. No, I'm kidding.
I have one
They are
complaint
El
though.
Chapo.
There was no pit bull in the halftime show. Everyone was like hinting
Everyone
at it.
was
Because
pissed.
he's like
I
they're
wasn't
in, they're, in,
pissed.
they're in Miami, like Mr. Worldwide. They already
So-
have a Latino act going too, so like
But they
The
already
thing is,
they
though-
paid too much for the other.
I guess so. Yeah.
True.
The thing is though, like people were disappointed, but don't they just say outright that, like, these people are performing and then that's it?
Well, like
No.
sometimes there's cameos. Like the two Spanish
J
guys, no
Balvin
one had
and
any idea they
Bad
were going to
Bunny.
be
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
They always bring people in.
Like
They
in
just-
Maroon
they just
5
rolled
brought
up and
out
they're like, "What's up?"
someone last year, a rapper, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget again, but Bruno Mars had people coming
Red
out.
Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then Beyonce had someone else too.
Justin Timberlake.
That was. Do you know what happened with Justin Timberlake a long time ago?
Yeah,
The-
we talking about Janet
oh yeah,
Jackson,
yeah,
right?
the wardrobe malfunction. He literally like
Mhm.
pulled out Janet Jackson's breast. Kind of awkward, but
A big
Rob would
moment.
do the
A big
same.
moment for young me.
everyone's like, "What is happening?" Because none of the
Dad, what are
sensors ready, right?
those?
It's like,
No.
damn, that would have been crazy. But I'd say the ones I can remember, that one's so like first is to probably Bruno Mars, is just because it was like really good,
Yeah.
like really well put together.
Lady Gaga's up there.
I'd
Because the
say-
way she came in.
Yeah, the way she
was
flew
so
in.
sick.
I just love Bruno Mars because he actually sang.
Well, his
Fair.
was a genuinely good.
But he's Bruno
performance.
Mars. Like he's
Yeah,
just a
he's
god
really
walking
good.
a
He's really
mountain.
good live
But
too.
that's the whole, like, that's what I draw from it. Is just
Fair.
like, I want music, and
Again-
when you see Shakira hitting one note on the drum, like,
Again, even
You want music. Rob wants booty.
Again, even coming
there's
into
like
this,
a find a nice
we knew this wasn't
middle
going to
ground.
be. It was going to be a performance. That's
Yeah.
what they said it was going to be.
It was gonna be like, look at us, we look really good.
And they're
We're good at
dancing.
dancing,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And like the music was like there, but it's like
Man, the dual ass shake though.
at the very end, yeah. Now I think the whole internet's like, who did it better? It's like, why can't we just sit here and
Definitely
appreciate it?
100% Shakira though.
I guess so. Look a little more natural, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
Shakira's shook before.
Oh yeah, you could say that. But yeah. Let's go on to the next topic then before we get
The actual
before
Super
we
Bowl.
cross the line and we get HR on our butts. But
The actual Super Bowl was great.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
For once, it was a game that was close all the way to the last 6 minutes.
Chiefs won.
Well, like what was last year's? It was Rams Patriots, right?
Yeah, it just sucked.
It was like boring as fuck. You were almost waiting
Wait.
for it was it was like 13. There was like 13-3 with final score.
2 years ago that Philly was in it.
Yeah, 2 years ago. That was another good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was like
Or
another
wasn't
like
2 years ago. Yeah, 3 years was Atlanta, or was that? 2
yeah,
years
that was
ago?
28-3 before that, and then the fucking Patriots. They make you forget what year it is because they were in every goddamn
single
year.
Win every single one.
Yeah,
Right, Christian?
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
Who's the quarterback of the Patriots?
Tom Brady.
Trick question. No one right now.
yeah, he could be leaving.
He's
it could
unsigned.
I didn't know that.
be it could be Jarrett
Idiot.
Stidham. But like for it's like I was happy because like the average fan that was like only watches the Super Bowl like 1 or 2 big games a year.
Yeah.
They got a good game out of it because
Yeah.
like you always worry like as a fan like watching football a lot to like more casual fans. Sorry if I sound elitist, but like you don't want it to be a shitty game of football because then everyone like is like
This
oh,
guy.
football sucks. It's so boring.
Yeah.
But then like what's a game like that? It's like oh okay football.
No
is, like,
controversy. Actually, a good
Yeah.
game. Like
there was that one Kittle call at the end of the second half that was like
it makes sense.
iffy,
He pushed
but
off.
He did push off, but again, it was a talking point, and then talking point was like, should Mahomes have won MVP? Should it have been Damian Williams, the running back? Who
No,
like,
it was Mahomes.
yeah, Mahomes put them in that spot, so I think it's not like Williams had to bail them out or anything. He just got one big run.
Mahomes literally bailed them
Yeah,
out.
Christian, how old's Mahomes?
24.
you're right actually. Or
Your
he's I
questions
think
are
he's,
shit right
I think he's
now.
25.
No, he's
No,
24.
He's
What
our
is
age.
Patrick Mahomes' favorite condiment? You know what it is, right?
What's his first name?
Condom? Ultra thin. Fire
condiment? That also would
Actually,
probably be
don't.
Relish.
Mustard.
ketchup. He's sponsored by Heinz. Did you guys know
What?
that? Yeah.
I
He
wonder how
really
much
puts
they
it on
pay him.
everything.
The best thing ever is there's a guy in like Patrick Mahomes' like high school yearbook. Did you see
Oh,
this?
I did see that.
It was
Yeah,
literally
that's
like
good.
it's like what do you look forward to most getting back with your classmates like in the reunion? And there's like this one who's just like oh seeing the first chicks or the last chicks is like oh seeing who gets fat. Isn't that what everyone wants to see? And then there's just one dude in the middle who's like seeing Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl ring.
Crazy
I'm like,
moment. And then you see the one above that? It was some chicks like seeing what Pete's been up to all this time, and all the comments like, "Must be a tough time being Pete."
yeah, Pete's out here like
Just getting roasted, like in retrospect. And then they also dug up an old tweet too from Mahomes where it was like, "Imagine being like the Super Bowl, saying going to Disney World."
like 7 years ago. He's like, imagine winning the Super Bowl and being like, oh, I get to go to
Yeah.
Disney World.
Wait, why do you get to go to Disney World?
It's just like a thing they
And
do.
then there's like a parade. Yeah.
like if you win the Super Bowl and you get the MVP, like you go to Disney World. And I forget who started it,
Yeah,
but like
and then they
it's kinda
donate.
random.
They
That's
donate
tradition ever.
they
That's what
donate
I-
$1
Okay, so
million
norm-
on behalf of you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's actually sick.
to like make a wish. I
But
think.
that's kind of less sick.
That's how we found Drew.
Yeah, that's what you're sitting here today.
But like this one kind of
wish
makes
was to
sense
be a
because
bag boy.
Just cashed out.
Why? But this one makes sense because they're in Florida. So, like, it's right there, you know.
Literally down the street. Exactly. He's like, I can just roll out of bed tomorrow morning, super hungover.
Mickey's going to pick him up at his door.
Oh, literally.
Donald Duck.
I've never been to, like, a place like that. I've never been to
What?
I've never been there either.
You can change that.
All right, well, we're going
we were
summer.
going to change that. I remember when we worked at Zares, for like 2 years in a row, I tried so hard to plan a Canada's Wonderland trip where we'd go, like, on a Monday or Tuesday in May, so that way no one's there and we could just do whatever we want.
I never got the invite.
This was before you got there.
Point proven.
This is like back when we were in high school, and I remember you were one of the worst people to schedule with.
That was like high school me though.
And then
I was
all
a different person.
your other high school friends that were working with us was like they were all fucking awful to schedule with. Like no one ever was able to coordinate anything. So like fuck it, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, like I don't know. I want to go, but
We should go this summer.
dude, I'm
Done.
fucking terrified of heights and moving
Man.
really
Yo,
fast.
Me
though.
too.
Me
Until
too.
I started going on roller coasters.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even kidding. Like if I have to go down the ladder, I'm like not. I'm like.
We'll
I'm
start
out.
with Behemoth.
How are you gonna go rock climbing today?
You guys, I don't know. I'm just sucking it up.
I'm gonna fucking win this
man.
$10. I can't wait.
Well, yeah,
Hey.
but
I'm just sucking it up today. I'm just gonna be like when there's money and pride on the line.
You just gotta like
Fears
just
go
the
out the
pride.
window,
Yeah, this is
man.
the pride.
Also, Amanda's friends are gonna be there. A couple girls. One of them single.
One of them's single and interested.
and a female you.
She's seen the pictures.
I'm gonna start taking my shirt off now. Then I guess.
And she's Latina. So you can basically call her
I
Shakira.
was gonna say I can have my own personal halftime show.
We were joking. You guys are very.
Shakira, I'm Rob.
We were explaining her. Well, I guess you guys have met her.
Yeah.
But we were explaining her to Drew yesterday again. Like
I
she's
met her.
literally. Yeah. But again,
Okay.
like explaining like she's literally the
He's
same.
mansplaining.
Yeah, it was great.
As what?
She's
The
like a
same as
perfect
what?
match for you.
You're not necessarily dumb,
But you're not
but-
the brightest.
but like she's perfect. She just says the stupidest shit sometimes.
So we both just be having the conversations, being like, "What is this?" type thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you get two balloons, and then like you somehow force them together, and make one big balloon. Because you guys are both airheads, it'll just.
Oh,
like,
Exactly.
I was waiting for that. How that was going to come into play. How can you force two balloons into one
I don't know.
balloon?
I just wanted to call you an airhead.
Write some anamorphing balloons.
Yeah, literally. Animorphs was an underrated book series, by the way. Did you ever read those?
No, Guardians of
They were
Gahul
fucking
was.
creepy.
The
I hated the covers of
the
them.
covers
I
are
still
pretty
can't
creepy.
I never read it.
Hashtag dyslexic life, right? Fuck that. But yeah, the ads were good yesterday too. I thought there was a couple of really good ones. My favorite was the one where it was like, I forget what it was like. I think it was for some sort of tax thing, and the person just kept like, she was talking to someone else, being like, "Are you dumb? Like, is your head in the sand? Is there like blah 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 blah?" And like it kept, she would be like, "It like oh like for example, is your head in the sand?" Like it would show the guy's like head in the sand, or it's like, "Is your head on backwards?" And it would show his head like turned around. Then the end of the commercial, the guy's head's up his ass, but like she didn't say it, so it was like the last one, you know.
Got him.
And there was no more baby E-Trade baby commercials though, so that kind of
was bad.
sucks. But
No more what?
E-Trade baby commercials.
I have no idea.
It was like the most funny / famous ones for a bit. Just like some baby with like a human voice, like giving you like super intense financial advice. It was pretty funny. But that Google one was a heartstring
see it.
It just
tugger.
killed
I
Annie.
showed it to Annie
Yeah.
and she was crying.
I haven't seen it.
What's like
Really sad.
What's it even about? I didn't really watch it. I just kind of like I watched it, but I didn't really like understand what was happening.
It's about like an old man and his wife died, and then he's like looking through all the photos and like, Google, show me these photos.
Oh,
Google,
okay.
remind me of like, and at the end it shows like a list of all the things that she loved, and she's like, here's all your
man.
information about your dead wife.
That's heavy. Holy fuck.
Creepy. That's like Black Mirror shit.
It's not creepy. It's actually very cute.
Black
So
Mirror.
the reason we didn't see it is because during commercial breaks we had a laser pointer, and we're at my parents' house, and they got like 15 cats out back.
Bro, this guy has so many cats.
So
I
we're
had
at my
heard
parents.
stories, but holy
So we're out
fuck.
back. So there's one cat on the deck. So we're like, I'm spinning the laser pointer around, and then behind the barbecue, I see like literally like 6 heads pop out. So I put it by the barbecue, pull another cat out with the laser pointer, and I'm like 8 cats deep.
There's just a fucking like convoy of cats chasing around
And
this
there's
little
8
red dot.
cats on the deck. We're chasing them around, and then there's still like 4 on the side just watching.
And keep in mind, Shane's like living room is like couch, TV, and Shane's over here at the window and like pointing it out on the deck. There's still 3 cats in the fucking living room.
Why is there so many cats?
And one sitting in the window still watching.
One just watched the football game with us the whole time.
You guys want
let's
to hear
go
a
home.
depressing
Yeah,
fact
okay.
to really bring down the mood?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Apparently, like using a laser pointer with cats can like mentally traumatize them.
Yeah, Derp's
It's fine.
Did you see when we were messing around with Derp's, like one of the cats indoor? He literally like went over in the corner and just sat there. I'm like, oh.
Like it can actually like fuck them up.
Yeah,
Because-
he's-
so
Well, his name's Derps. So.
no, naturally,
He's already messed up.
naturally when they
He's already
hunt,
derped.
they need the like execution. Otherwise,
Yeah,
like
they're
they're always
predators, right?
yeah. Otherwise, they're always in that hunt mode. So if you have the laser pointer and then they can't catch it and they don't have any like execution,
They
they're
just think
fucked.
they're
like-
wastes of
they're
life.
like, where is it? And it,
Derps-
like, it actually fucks them
Derps
up.
gets yeah, he's messed up. He like meows a bunch in the corner, stares at the wall. There's like a ghost, but he's just staring in the corner. Poor guy.
He's
But
like,
man,
she's like the shaman for
literally,
all the other cats.
Shane got bored with like the 15 cats outside and just passed me the laser pointer. I'm just like, there's like 3 cats running after it, and then you put it
Drew's
over
chasing
here.
after it. Like,
Drew's like, "Get
I was
over
like,
here."
wait, fuck.
Is it knocking over furniture and shit? He's the one
Dude.
holding it.
so
Literally just so many cats.
imagine
Like, it's
how I
nuts.
must have been with my allergies.
Yeah, Amanda was just kicking the one cat. The one cat, like the sweetest cat. He was the first one to come be my friend. And he's like trying to hop up on the ottoman
But
that Amanda's
Amanda
using. And Amanda's
hates
like, no!
Kicks
And,
it
like,
across the. Okay,
Not the cat. Kicks like the ottoman.
They're going for a field goal. Amanda goes for her own field goal.
yeah, exactly. I was literally just walking around with a cat on my foot for a while. It was great. It's a good time.
The cat licked Shane's hair.
Yeah.
Started licking mine. I was pumped.
It literally just gets on the back of the couch,
Shane's
starts
just
licking
like-
hair.
It just starts licking it. And then the cat will like put its paw there and just like slowly dig the claws in. As it's licking, like it's trying to like hold your head still so
What
it can
the
lick
It's
it.
fuck?
it's an experience.
One time I went over, it was when you guys had just gone like Ginge and
Yeah.
Gray or whatever. So there's 2 little kittens.
They're huge now.
And I'm like, I'm holding one of them. Sarah gives it to me. She's like, oh, here, like, hold him. And then your mom calls us upstairs for dinner. So I start walking up the stairs with Gray in my hand. And then I don't know how suicidal it is. It fucking jumps and it smashes into the wall and then falls on the ground and then rolls down all the stairs. And then I just look down like, what the fuck just happened? And Sarah's like, why did you throw it? It wasn't my fault.
It's okay. It's got 8 lives left.
Christian's just killing cats left and
The
right.
one thing I still don't understand is like, where do they get them from?
They're wild.
They
Wait.
just show up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they-
So my mom put food out, and,
And then
now
she
she's
just
got
names
fucking
them.
20...
Like, what if
oh yeah,
they're
every
like-
single one's got a name.
What if
Yeah.
they're like a cat, like a neighbor's
They'd
pet
have a leash.
from 3 houses down?
They have a leash.
But yours don't. Your indoor cats don't.
We don't let them out.
Wait, so do some cats only stay outside? Some only stay inside?
He has,
So there's
like,
literally 2 cats or 3 cats
chosen
inside.
ones.
Yeah.
There's 3. There's
There
3
used to be
leaders.
4, but one got out, and then it was out for like a day or 2, so they just didn't let it back in. And that's the one
What do
that
they
sat in
eat?
the window because the rest of them didn't accept it as the group. So there's like 20 cats out back, and then the one just sits off by
This is
itself.
probably a sight to see, man. I haven't seen that many cats in one fucking go.
All the other cats are like, this one's been inside.
We can smell the inside air.
The funny thing is she's got like 2 that like
It's like, you fucking rich kid.
she's got like 2 that she like likes and that like her. So like she'll open the door and these 2 cats will just walk in the fucking house, run around till they find like the toy mouse and play around with it. She'll leave them in for like an hour and then take them back out. I'm like, this is getting kind of sketch.
Shane's mom is like the perpetrator of the Wuhan.
The Wuhan. she must be a cat person, I would assume.
No,
Yeah.
she hates them.
She just is
you
like she just
imagine?
does it for the
Man.
greater good.
It was overwhelming.
Crazy lady, but a lovely lady.
The
Oh,
worst
yeah,
was
she's
when
the best.
when
She
the same-
literally gave me like 2 full things of like chicken schnitzel to take home.
Oh,
yeah.
chicken schnitzel.
it's delicious.
Fuck, man.
I
I
had it for
remember the
dinner.
last time I was there was when your cats were still learning how to use the litter box. And I think Gray or Ginger or
One just
whatever,
always
like,
shit on
they
the
would
floor.
shit on the floor, and then it would just reek the entire house
Yeah.
immediately.
It
Nice.
was the gray one, yeah.
See, I'm a dog person, but I
Okay,
can,
so
I
here's
can
the-
appreciate cats.
Here's
Me
the
too,
thing,
yeah.
but Pooh, for example, you
I
can't.
love Pooh.
It followed
Oh, I
around,
think
had a good
Pooh.
time.
It plays fetch.
We taught
cat
Pooh how to
does?
play fetch.
That's the first time I've heard a cat doing anything besides like
Drew
shitting
was
and sleeping.
like amazed. He's like,
I
wait, I
was
don't
shocked.
understand.
I'm like, it bring it back? What?
yeah, you throw a mouse and it'll bring it back.
Because like cats like unpredictable, you know. I've had like there's been
Man.
moments where like I've been hanging out with the cat because like my roommates had one too, and like it'd be such a nice peaceful moment. And all of a sudden, it just gets up and starts freaking out, like scratches me and shit.
Poof's unpredictability is every once in a while it'll just go ham on your foot. Like I'd be
Uh,
like, yo,
yeah,
foot,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Just go after it.
Yeah.
Poof talks a lot.
Yeah, it
He
just
speaks English?
meows. Yeah. Could you imagine?
It's like some fucking Chronicles of Narnia shit. All
She's
these
like-
cats speak English.
She's like a little cat soundboard.
Yeah, just meows over and over and over
It's
and
like a
over.
stream deck, but it's a cat.
Yeah. And then Shane's dad left to go outside for like 2 seconds, and there's like, meow, meow.
Imagine trying to like do something outside, just like a swarm of cats
So,
around your
so
ankles.
the one always gets on the roof, and then it can't get down, so my dad has to go up and get it. So the other day, he's like, it's up there for like 14 hours. So he's like, fuck, it
might as well
won't
go
come
get it.
down. So he put a board so it could come down, like this massive board. And then he goes out the next morning, and it's still on the roof. And then there's 8 other cats on the roof. Literally the greatest thing ever.
It's like a high rise for cats, man.
The other cats are like, oh, all right.
Oh,
Make it
exactly.
easier on
Look
us.
at this ramp. We'll go up here. Catch
yeah.
some rays on the roof, just suntanning.
It was
Literally on my chair.
Your
Jeez,
feet
buy
are
a
too big.
Buy each other dinner first, at least, guys.
Jeez.
Holy fuck!
yeah, it
yeah.
was a good time.
We played some Pong. I beat Amanda.
Which
Beer
was
pong?
stunning. No, ping pong.
Oh,
She's pretty good.
I haven't played paddle ping pong. You guys
Again,
saying, right?
the
Yeah.
basement setup. We need to just bring like us 4 down there one day because it's the perfect setup.
You
We
know
play
we have
Army of Two, ping
a
pong.
ping pong table in the apartment
Yeah, we should just come over here.
What?
and
I'm
do
down
it.
to play ping pong.
Cool.
and a billiards table.
Next
What
week.
the fuck are we doing here?
Next week.
podcast.
We should just record a pod in the ping pong state. I guess that noise might get a little hectic, though. That's the only thing.
And you'd also have to bring all of this shit down there.
Yeah.
They'd let you, man, wouldn't they?
I'm sure they'd let me, but
You
you
can
have
rent
to
the
bring
space.
this down.
Yeah.
So
But regardless.
Yeah, it was a great time.
And just like you, he got roasted at dinner. He left literally one piece of meat on his plate, and my mom just fucking torched him.
Yeah.
Like, did not let back. Like,
she's like, "What? Is this not good enough for you?"
no, she's like, there's the people in the third world with Amanda sitting there. People in the third world starving. You gotta eat this.
Amanda, like, I literally had a bite of meat and then like a bite of potatoes.
And Amanda looks at him like
And-
tells this story about her first time she left food on her plate, and like Drew's like, and then my
Oh,
mom,
fuck.
and then my mom just goes off.
She's like, yeah, the first time we came over, I left food, got roasted, and I'm like, I have a bite of potatoes. Does
Just-
that count?
just
Is that
after it.
food?
And then for the rest of the night.
Yeah. And then she gave me
unfortunate.
some when I got home. I literally went back for like a second serving of food. And Shane's mom's like, are you feeling okay? You didn't eat much. And I'm like, what? I'm
Drew's like,
stuffed.
Drew can't even move. He's just like, "Oh, I'm so
And then
full."
she brought out like an apple pie, and she's like, "Do you want some apple pie?" And I'm thinking, I'd get like a sliver of apple pie. She gives me like a quarter of the pie. I'm like,
Oh, I would have. I'd take
Dude,
it.
I got
Alright.
like I got a third of that cherry pie. It was so
Apple
good.
pie is cracked.
So now you know why when we go to buffets, Shane
it
eats
makes
like
so
10 dishes.
much
That's
sense.
literally when he left. He's like, "This all makes sense now."
it all makes sense.
When I say I've been training my whole life,
Your mom just piles food on your plate.
So bulking season will be no problem for you then.
bulking season is every day.
Chicken.
Rob, you would have had a
potatoes.
heyday. Literally, his mom, bless her soul, had like two cooking sheets,
You say it like she's dead. What happened yesterday?
No.
2 cookie sheets. One just a stack of pork schnitzel. The other just a stack of chicken schnitzel.
Dude, when stuff gets served to you in a stack, you know you're at the right
So
house.
she had the griddle in the garage,
Yeah.
and there wasn't an empty space on it.
It was just full.
It's
That's
like,
the
those,
best
funny
part
thing-
about-
and she filled it like 3 times.
it's like those southern cookouts where the entire barbecue is just covered in like
Exactly.
It was
meat.
literally
exactly.
that.
The best part about all this is that I know next time you go there, Rob's already gonna be there.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
100%.
I'll get there
Welcome
early.
home, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Shane's mom's literally like, Shane, come look. And it was like when she just put the chicken on the griddle. And Shane's like, Drew, like, you gotta come check this out. And she like flips one of them and just burnt. It's like, wait, what?
And then she gave us that one as like a taster.
Yeah, and then she gave a snack.
Literally the best fucking thing I've ever had.
I literally
A
like,
pre-game.
It was so funny, literally, like for an hour and a half, every 10 minutes, like we'd just be watching. We were watching golf, which we can circle to, but every 10 minutes, Drew would be like, "Dude, that chicken was so good," and then we go back to normal conversation, and then mid conversation, "Dude, that chicken was so good."
it was so good. I was so hungry and so
It
ready
does
for dinner.
not surprise me at all.
Man, it was tasty.
That's a classic Drew.
I love schnitzel too, man. I can only
Schnitzel.
fucking imagine how good chicken schnitzel will be. I've
Yeah,
never had that
amazing.
before.
Amazing.
What like cuisine is that? Like, is it like
German.
German?
Yeah, I think like originally, yeah.
But they Christian.
My feet are literally.
Mine are hanging straight down and they're touching your feet.
We don't
I
got any issues.
refuse to believe that you.
dude, let me cross
Mine are literally like right up against my chair. It's not my fault. You have size 18
It's
feet.
because you're slouching.
We're all slouching.
It doesn't look like anything. My feet don't move.
It's because you're slouching.
Move your chair back.
Your
I'm
feet
trying
are
to be close to the mic so I can actually talk.
Your feet are
They don't need to
slouching.
hear us.
We need to have like an ergonomics specialist come in here.
An
We just need a
Ergo.
bigger table.
Yeah.
A
I
table's too
definitely.
small.
We're not complaining over here. This is fine.
I haven't had any problems with this table. I think you guys just
It's
have
because their
magnetic
chairs
feet.
are also like on the wall.
And every single time I'm editing the podcast, I just look at your guys' side and it's just Shane lean.
Yeah, I lean back so
You
much.
can't even see him because somehow Drew's small body covers it.
Hey.
Yeah,
Compact.
Shane, this was covering your whole face at the start of podcast.
Beauty.
I got you though.
Anyway, segue into golf.
The Waste Management Open.
We were watching
That was
like
such a
we were
good
watching
game.
like the last hour of it. So the dude is up 2 strokes.
Who was it?
Some Kobe Bryant.
Tony Bryant.
He was just wearing a Kobe jersey. I don't know
Oh,
what his
okay.
name was. Yeah, and he was playing Webb Simpson, and he
I
was
know
up
who that is.
two strokes, and he has a putt, and it's like a 4-foot putt.
And this dude's like a no name.
Yeah, well, he's okay.
To
But,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he hits this putt. He makes 1.3 million, 4 feet. And he fucking missed. So the other guy had to hit like a 6-foot putt to just tie it, and he hit the 6-foot putt. So then they go to a 1-hole playoff.
Sudden death.
Whoever does the best wins. And
That's sick. They do that in golf.
correct. And the guy who came back was the one who actually ended up winning. So
And-
in the end, like you're in a sudden death. So the winner gets 1.3 mil. The loser gets 800,000.
So it's like it's not bad.
But like
Honestly,
you're,
I would just.
But
but
at
for
that
sudden
point,
death,
throw it.
Simpson sinks it. Tony has to like hit the putt to make it, and he misses.
he missed it again.
It's like what?
This
dude?
guy missed like 3 easy putt.
Absolute
Why?
choke job.
Yeah.
Like he didn't deserve it.
No.
Yeah.
But he did at the
Like
same
the
time.
Vikings of golf.
Do you imagine
Oh,
though
nice
playing
man.
like 1 hole of golf versus someone for just 500K?
That'd be sick.
That's
Although
fucked.
I'd get bricked, but
Also with like thousands of people watching.
yeah, the Waste
You're in like a
Management-
dome.
It gets like a big. I think it's
Following.
the biggest, isn't it? Or not
Wait,
the
what'd you
biggest.
call it?
The
So Waste Management Open.
It's like the more like jokey almost. It's not.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
it's kind of like people dress up in like costumes and kind of like screw around.
I don't know. It
And
seemed
it's like
pretty legit.
sponsored by
It's
Waste
just,
Management.
Waste Management.
It's
just like
like
golf.
it's on the PGA Tour. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Right?
100%,
But like
yeah.
it's like the
That's
more.
the stupidest fucking thing I've
It's
ever
just most
heard.
laid back.
The course is actually sick.
Yeah, where is it? Carolina,
no
I,
idea.
think somewhere. Oh,
Man,
oops,
there's one. What was it? There was one hole
Hole 16.
where the green is literally surrounded by a moat, and so it's like
No, not holding hole 16.
it's like there's a green here, moat all around it, and then just sand traps on the inside.
So it'd be so hard. But the one hole 16 is in.
It's like laying siege to a castle almost.
Yeah.
It's hole 16 is a par 3 inside like a stadium almost. They have it completely surrounded with stands.
That's
Like
pretty
think
sick.
like a Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah, and like not just like one level stands, like 2-3 story stands
and
all the
just
way
the
around.
whole hole is in.
It's like the ancient Roman Colosseum.
It looks fucking sick. Yeah. We
Like
thought
it-
it was hole 18 because usually 18's the nicest,
Yeah.
and then they go down 2 more and it's even nicer. Like
It must be a nice venue. I want to look that
100%.
up after. It'd be pretty cool.
It's
There's
a shame they have such
It's
an
in
awful
Phoenix.
name.
the
waste-
waste management.
Well, it kind of makes it more of like a meme, so to say. Like it's still treated pretty professionally.
Like,
Oh,
imagine
100%.
imagine
the
if
purse is
yesterday,
about 7 million.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
imagine if yesterday at the Super Bowl they're like, congratulations to the Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatever. Here is your Subway bowl.
It was
and
the
then like
Pepsi.
they lift up like. But like they lift up a bowl or trophy, it's just like a Subway logo. Like that'd be so fucking.
best one is
Subway.
the
I'd be down for Subway.
I mean, like
in NASCAR.
there's a twice the deal sponsored.
In NASCAR, each race is sponsored by someone, right?
Yeah.
And every single year, there's the hell of a good dip 500, and then they get the hell of a good dip trophy at the end.
Or it's like all the college football bowls. That's
Yeah.
like the it's like the Outback Cheez-It Bowl or something. That's an actual thing.
the mozzarella stick bowl.
Literally.
I understand it's to raise the money to actually host the event, like
For
you need
sure.
the sponsors
But
for
still-
money, but it's just so
But
fucking bad.
every 10 minutes, an announcer saying, "This is the hell of a good dip 500, brought to you by hell of a good dip." Like, yeah, we got that. Thanks.
We understand.
I had that for the first time yesterday, actually.
It's
and let me
good.
tell you,
And
it's a hell of a good
It
dip.
is, yeah.
hey,
I had it on some Tostitos, Tostitos.
Tostitos?
Yo,
Toasty
Tostitos.
toast.
what kind of grub did we have for the Super Bowl yesterday? Did you watch the game?
Yeah,
My mom made like
unfortunately.
an artichoke dip and a garlic artichoke dip, and then like a spinach dip that I think
Oh,
we
dude.
destroyed.
I
And then
love spinach
on
dip.
the side of that, she had like a huge tub of just cut up cheese.
Yeah. So we
That'd be good, but it would destroy me.
And then just candy around the house.
Yeah.
So you
Shane's
were
place is-
just fucked.
Shane's parents' house is literally just heaven. I've come to terms
And
with
then
it.
like I showed him the what is the room in the basement? What would you call that?
Playroom.
fruit cellar,
speakeasy.
bomb
The fruit cellar. The
shelter,
fruit cellar. There's just like
bomb shelter.
it's literally like this massive. The fruit cellar is bigger than this room. It's probably
It's
about
like
the same,
twice
just
the
stretched.
size.
Yeah, and it's literally half of it is just alcohol, and half of it's just like random shit like mayonnaise soup. Like it's
Good for the
insane.
apocalypse, man.
That's
Survive
what we were
off
saying.
mayonnaise.
Literally, like that. But I don't like. You can't.
Just can't.
You can't put
articulate
this
himself.
booze section, man. It literally is just a corner of booze.
And my mom's like, you can have anything, don't touch the rye. There's like 7 bottles of rye and she drinks once a year. Like,
Don't touch it. It's aging.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it literally Heaven and then Shane's parents are just like the gate. They're like, come on in.
Yeah, exactly. Very happy.
I asked that because I have an announcement to make. I
Rob's
tried.
pregnant.
I could be. I tried plant-based
Oh.
food for the first time ever.
And
yesterday.
Beyond Burger.
I did. So I was at my buddy's place, and they all like they're at my buddy's parents' place. They just switched to plant-based,
Another one.
and then
AKA
like
vegan.
yeah, AK vegan. But they're like, don't call it vegan. That's a bad word. in
Those
this
are the
house.
worst ones.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. But anyway, so they bring a whole bunch of stuff, and then they were like, my buddy was like, hey, you should try a burger. But like, he's never like the kind of guy to be like, yo, we should do this. And I'm like, why are you being so like weird about me eating this burger? He's like, dude, you should try one, man. I think you'd really like it. And I was like, okay, pick it up, take a bite. And it tasted like it could have. If I was completely unawares, I would have been like, this is just kind of like a weirder burger. But like, I took a bite and I was like, yo, like, what is this? The texture is kind of off. And then he's like, it's a Beyond Meat burger. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you fed me this? You fed me this without my acknowledging? Acknowledge whatever?
Flexing.
Just like knocks him out.
And then I was like, that's actually not bad. And then I tried like plant-based chicken strips. I think there was like sausage
aren't
too.
bad.
They weren't bad, but like then
It's
they
just
had
not
this-
the same.
It's not the same, but then they had just like plain like chicken, like unbreaded, like I don't know what you call them, like just pieces or something. And they were plant-based, and I was like, no, this tastes like fucking
Like, the
cauliflower.
texture's weird.
Yeah,
but,
it's like you bite into it, and like chicken's kind of like stringy, sort of.
Yeah.
It's just like a block, and I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't chicken.
The problem with like the Beyond Meat burger is like I have no doubt that it tastes good. I just like when you try and pass it off as meat, it's just
It's like
Man.
marketed as two different things. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you can get a burger or you can get a plant-based burger. It's like it's the same thing. Try it. It's like it's really not.
So
But-
everyone I've
substitute.
heard that says that it's like it tastes the same. It's because they've been on it for so long that they have no idea what the original tastes
Yeah,
like.
dude,
anymore. They're
like-
oh yeah, it's the exact
they
same.
had both. I
Like-
took a bite of a regular burger. I was like, okay, this is a nice burger. It's like nice, like Angus beef, nice and greasy. You know. I was like, oh, I just can't wait to eat this cow.
Starts jerking off. And
Yeah.
my friend Graham is vegan, and he literally like I don't even understand why they try and like market it as it tastes like meat. He's like, I've been not eating meat for so long that I don't want the taste of meat. Like
Yeah, it's like
You probably don't even remember what it is. Like,
yeah,
they're,
it's
they're
like,
buying it to buy a plant-based
he
burger.
said he
not to
tried
buy
it and
a-
he was literally just grossed out.
Yeah, it's just like, wait, he tried regular meat and it was
No,
grossed out?
Beyond Meat.
Oh yeah, well it's like
And then he's like, "Oh yeah, it tastes like meat." It's like, no, man, you just haven't eaten it in like a year and a half.
it's like meat. Like what does meat even taste like? It just tastes like meat. You know what I mean? It's so hard to like
It's
classify.
just the texture.
Yeah.
It's really
Texture,
texture.
yeah.
One of my favorite
The
moments
fibers.
ever is like Amanda, big animal fan, big rabbit fan. Like her friend had like a rabbit that like one of those they take it to places, everyone get to pet it.
Then you
blah,
cook
blah,
I
blah.
thought you meant like eating rabbit.
No. Okay,
Like the therapy rabbit.
So my mom one day we're just sitting down for lunch and she hands us like these pepperettes. And she's like, "Oh, I got a new flavor. Try it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah." I'm like, different, but okay. And Amanda takes a bite and she's
no.
like chewing on it. She's like, I don't know if I like this. And my mom's like, "Oh yeah, it's rabbit." And Amanda like spits it out on the plate, and she's never like she'll never go back. She'll never trust her again. But to
Eating
this day,
rabbit.
one of
that was
the
your mom.
yeah, one of the best moments I've ever seen because like my mom made
Oh, it's rabbit.
my mom made Amanda eat rabbit. And she had no idea.
That's like one of those like
She
sitcom
played it off.
moments. It's like, oh god.
I've had horse.
I've
That's
had
pretty
horse,
good.
too.
What?
Camel.
I've had alligator when I was in Florida.
Oh, I had alligator and
I-
shark on a cruise.
The weirdest thing I've eaten is venison.
That's not
It's
even
not
that
even
weird.
that weird.
Exactly.
The weirdest thing I've eaten was it was
Sorry, man.
the tongue of a bull.
Yeah.
Like it was just the tongue. It tasted so good.
That's
Guys like
Yeah,
going on
yeah,
Fear
Of a
Factor.
bull, I think.
Bull tongue? Have
It
you
was
ever had
really
bull
good.
testicles?
No.
No.
That's like a delicacy. I'm not even kidding. In some
That is.
places,
It's
I would
like
never do
coveted.
it.
They're like,
Oh, bull nuts! It's like have you seen the Mandalorian?
in New York.
It's like the egg from that one episode of the Mandalorian. You know what I'm
No.
talking about?
No.
No.
I've
Someone
only seen till
out
episode-
there will have seen it.
I've
and
only
been like,
seen till episode 3.
That's the egg episode.
Shit.
True. He has
Episode
the attention
2.
span of an egg.
It was 2 months ago.
I'll let it slide just this once. But
Yikes.
that's almost like a shot against my like personality. You know,
That's fine.
Star Wars has become
Fair.
part of
You're one
me.
of those people on Tinder. Just like my personality is The Office.
My personality is Star Wars. I've
personality is
convinced
Ripley's
myself that I'm
aquarium.
Kylo Ren, to be honest.
Niall is not you.
Whoa.
I'm getting there. I don't think I'll ever be able to pass Niall's admiration of Star Wars. But
Admiration/knowledge.
yeah, I know a lot, but he knows like
Everything.
I'd say like this much more than me.
Well, he had a couple years ahead. Like he's been.
Like I don't know. I've liked Star Wars forever.
Yeah, but he's
like
liked Star Wars forever.
yeah, I guess he has about because I played the original Star Wars like games on like PS2, watched the movies.
I played
I would
Battlefront
say
on the
I
PSP.
have a visual dictionary of Star Wars and of the prequel movies. It's like 125 pages long.
Motherfucker.
Is that a pube?
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I have one?
A white.
I
really
would
long
say
one?
that Niall surpasses you simply because of all the shit that he has.
Yeah,
Like, it shows his
That's
dedication.
The paraphernalia. He has some fucking Millennium Falcon like phone charger or some shit
Yeah,
at his
he's
house.
What?
It's pretty nuts.
Like a QI.
Dude,
wireless.
go to Niall's place is sick. 'Cause he has all that shit from Best Buy that he got over the years. It's like looks like you're walking into a
collection?
showroom.
Yeah.
You walk into like his, for lack of a better word, office, and then it's just like kind of a small table with like fold out chairs and then a 90-inch screen TV and like a kind of shitty couch with like an okay table, surround sound system, and then his desk setup is like green screen, great
Yeah,
computer. It's
he's
like
got a good setup.
He does. What a guy. What a gem. We'll see him tonight, I
What a
guess.
gaffer.
This is a good segue to our climbing.
Climbing, we're back,
Yeah.
baby.
I'm
So,
excited.
I'm climbing for the first time ever tonight.
so for
Well,
the
I've
first time ever, so the bet, refresh us on the bet here, sir.
It's $10.
Okay.
I think what we ended on was if either of us completes a climb, the other person has to complete it. If they don't, then they lose.
Yeah,
so for
but-
you have unlimited attempts. I have 2 attempts.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's correct.
Wait, so again, am I getting repelled during
No,
this?
no.
No.
So if I fall, I'm just going to fall.
There's mats.
No, there's alligators and like spikes.
Oh, there's sharks too?
Yeah, you fall into
I
the
guess
water.
that'd be a kind of a softer landing.
But like, you'll be fine. There's no reason you should be like falling.
I'm just a little sketched out because of you guys' injuries. That's the only thing.
My
Yeah.
knee was just repetitive use. Like,
And
I've
this
never-
guy
He
sprained
was
his.
blowing too many guys.
yeah.
Wait, what
He
do you
was trying to get a
expect?
promotion.
I haven't gotten hurt from a fall.
Okay, this guy has
Just
though.
from 50,000
Yeah.
Christian
falls
is the
back
only.
to back.
Yeah, exactly.
And did you
Yeah.
fall
No, that's
on the
from
mat
jumping
and got
off.
injured?
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
but
yeah.
I felt like
He like
so I land. You weren't there. Fuck.
he like
Okay,
twists his-
he's parallel at the top of the wall, like so straight across. His hands fall, so he like adjusts and swings his feet underneath him. Swings too far, lands on one foot, kind of on an angle.
Like I landed on my
Okay,
left.
so as long as I have
foot.
control of myself,
You just felt
Yes.
like shit.
I will sacrifice a $10 bet if I feel my personal safety is in danger.
Negative.
You have infinite time, so if you feel you just
Yeah, but I'm
pop
saying if
off.
he climbs something like super fucked and I like get like
can't,
halfway, he can't.
Well, for us, no. For him, it's gonna be super
Maybe.
fucked. I didn't really realize how afraid of heights he is.
I'm like terrified.
fine.
It's
To
just
be honest,
man-
I kind of kept it a secret
Just
because I
stick
didn't
with
want to like.
Amanda.
It's
Go-
not that high.
yeah.
It's just gonna be your forearm strength that gives
You
it.
say stick with Amanda though, but that's gonna be like the easiest possible walls, and I'm gonna be doing like V2s, and he's not gonna be able to keep
I'm
up.
just, I'm just gonna flip and send it, man.
It's
and
like
see what happens.
it's at most twice this high.
Okay, it's still pretty scary, but
True.
But,
You know.
but like if you're holding on to one on top fully extended, like you're dropping 4 feet onto mats.
and the mat's like cushy, right? It's
No.
like
It's less cushy at the place we're going, but it's not bad. Like when you
okay,
first
no,
get
I'm
there,
probably just in my head
It's-
about it, you know.
when
Yeah.
you first
Yeah.
get there, you got to go up halfway and just like jump down a couple times, get used to it, and
Okay.
you're fine.
Imagine like landing on a couch.
Okay,
That's basically what it's
Okay,
That's
Rob,
fair.
I'm taking you out of the podcast for a sec. We'll continue this conversation. Just watch this.
Okay,
Take the phone.
who is this?
But anyway, do you think Christian or Rob is gonna win this? I think Christian is just solely because like we got the plan in place.
I have the technique.
Yeah.
If we pull red into the equation, I think Christian.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way
So,
that Rob wins.
I think
Viewers
I
out
think
there-
I think Rob can get a V3. I don't
What's
think
this
that he
shit?
can get as
4.
many V3s
So
as
this is
you.
like this looks fucking wild. Right? So like,
and that's like what I'm starting to climb.
He's at the beginning
Well,
of that. Very very
We're
beginning.
tied.
The only hard part of that though is the jump, which you haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
But he can do the rest very easy.
Have you started it?
you just
No, I've
you're
been
just
That's what I
starting
thought.
that shit at this point.
But like
Exactly.
Okay.
You're doing some Spider-Man.
So that's like a hard one though,
that's
right?
but no,
It's
that's
a
not even
V4.
that's like in the middle. Like there's 8s there that we
but,
can't even come close.
V4, V5 is technically advanced.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And these guys are at like the bottom end
Intermediate.
of that. Yeah.
Intermediate, just creeping in there.
All right, if I die, it's on. We have proof that
Well,
you guys
no,
pressured
you're
me into
signing
this.
your life beforehand.
But anyway,
But you have to sign a waiver.
You
People-
gotta e-sign your life away first.
people out there, how do you think Rob's gonna do?
Let us
For
know in the
anyone who
comments
knows
below.
what an actual.
Yeah, the 3 people that are following. Yeah.
I just don't want to die.
See, the
You're
problem
not
is
gonna die.
he's got the hand girth and he's got the strength.
Yes.
I'm just missing the technique.
So like when Mike came, I don't know if you were there. He did a V3, but he just brute forced it. Like he just went up. Like
That's all you gotta
zero
do.
technique.
This man's got brute force.
We'll try it. We'll see. I'm eating a banana before we go, so you know
Huge.
that actually.
The thing that I told Annie that I think is going to be Rob's downfall is he's going to have no
Nice
idea
and
how to keep
callous.
his legs
My
on
hands
the
super
wall.
clammy right now too.
Our hands are actually like.
No
Which
idea how to
exact
what,
same.
sir?
That he
almost.
won't know how to keep his legs
How
on the
moist
wall.
are they right
Yeah,
now? Eh?
That was.
I expect like he'll need shoes.
Because I go like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's that he's gonna need a lot of chalk. He's
Yeah,
gonna need
my
like
hands are always like kind
he's
of
gonna
wet.
need
They literally just
Amanda
have,
level
like,
chalk.
bins.
Amanda
which is,
like
piles of
coats
chalk.
her hands in chalk, gets a quarter of the way up the wall, and you look at her hands, and the chalk's just gone.
Yeah.
Just
She
absorbs
just sweat
into it.
through.
My hands and my feet sweat a fuck ton. That's my like,
Yeah, mine
sweatiest
too.
parts.
Mine are really clammy right now.
Like, was that gonna fuck me over? Maybe.
Your hands
No,
a little, but
mine
you're not
are
doing
clammy,
anything
fine.
crazy. Again, that's what the chalk's there for.
I guess so. I've used chalk before for lifting, so I'm familiar with how it feels on my.
I'm excited.
on my
Like
hands.
you
I'm
use
excited too,
chalk.
but again, a little
it's
nervous.
more just excited. You get it's a window into our realm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll finally be able to relate a bit to what you're talking about, which is nice. So
And we'll finally get to hang out with you outside of a podcast.
yeah, exactly.
Huge.
Which is nutty.
Just like never happened.
This is
Again,
actually-
this is crazy. There's
I'm
so
still
many
not
fucking
convinced
people. There's
it's
like 8
happening.
of us, 8 to 10. Because I don't know.
Wait,
There's 10.
Yeah, but if
5 girls, 5 guys.
realistically, Adriana and Caitlin, they can be flaky. They're like,
No, but she's going to come for Rob.
that's what we hope.
True.
Yeah. Rob's like, yeah.
I got to see a picture or something before you guys toss me into the fire here.
You'll be fine.
Okay. I should didn't shave or anything, man. Look at me. Like, what the, you guys are,
That's what he's worried about.
So Rob's going to
But
quickly
your
pass.
sideburns are lined up.
yeah,
today.
we're good for that.
Hey.
And I got a haircut recently too. Did I get a haircut for last time? Yeah, I did. I think I did last time.
Yeah.
But
But it still looks like shit.
And you got an
whatever.
R6 national shirt on.
Rob's going to be gone for the next 30 minutes while he
Yeah,
creeps
see
to
you, bud.
Instagram.
You got your gym pick in there. You're good.
You got your gym pick.
Who is this again?
All right, that's enough.
That's
enough.
You're cut off.
All right, it's enough testosterone for the evening.
Yeah.
I'll be climbing shit backwards. Bro. I'm going feet first.
Oh,
He's going to fall off the wall, hands, feet dangling, but he's still going to be stuck there by the
Oh no.
I have it like hooked on.
Just looks over at her like, hey.
This could be you.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
And make sure you warm up.
What do you
Well, we'll
mean?
do a bunch of like 1s and 2s.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna go straight after it.
Bees.
Well, you can warm up like there's like weights and stuff. Do what?
Yeah,
you
but I want to do
normally
like a
warm up.
rock climbing warm up. Like I'll do pull ups and shit probably.
You
No.
want to do a rock climbing warm up.
That's
Well,
what I mean.
all
Like,
we
I wanna
do- our
pull-ups
warm-up-
at the end.
See, the thing is our warm up is we climb like very low routes. So, but like for Amanda or Annie, for example, that's what they do. So I feel like that's part of their burnout issues because they're climbing their hardest climbs right away.
Well, is there like elastic bands and shit there? Is there like
Maybe.
any gym
Like to
equipment?
put it this
yeah,
way,
weights.
Okay, yeah.
the like easiest route is literally a ladder. Like if you can climb a ladder, you can climb.
Yeah.
So you can just stretch out on it.
Okay.
And then
Don't
I'll
at
do-
Annie
I'll
like
go
that.
I'll go doing like
She's
do
doing
some
V1s.
hands.
We're fine.
Because I want my shoulders get burnt out pretty quick just from like the gym and stuff.
There's not much shoulder at all.
You sure?
Yeah.
So it's like I could pull up like this.
It's all pull.
Yeah, but
Shoulders
that
are
still hits your
push.
shoulder
It's
though.
your shoulders. Yeah.
Like your joint is still getting stressed.
Yeah.
Have you seen half the people who climb there shirtless? They just like go up on the wall and they have
This
other
motion
arms sticking
uses
out of
no
their
shoulder
shoulders.
muscle.
Yes, it does.
No, I'm
No, it
not
doesn't.
saying shoulder muscle. Like the ligament itself is going to be
Correct.
sore from me pulling up with it.
Correct.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
You do a pull up, you work like just
Sure.
inside of your muscle.
Oh yeah, let's
That's not a shoulder-
not listen to the guy who goes working out every single day.
No, he's the expert.
It doesn't use any shoulder muscles.
I'm not saying shoulder muscle.
I get that now.
Yeah, I'm saying like the act of pulling yourself is going to tire out your like shoulder like joint because you're moving it around.
The thing
and
is,
stuff
again,
like that.
after your warm up, the first thing to go 100.
I'm telling you, man. That's just how it is.
Rob, somehow that statement hurt him.
Yeah,
Say
It
sorry.
just makes no sense.
I'm
if
not
you're warmed
apologizing.
up fine, why would it be tiring out your shoulder?
dude, you pull your. Okay, we'll see. Okay, tonight we'll see if your shoulders get sore or not.
I've been climbing before. They don't.
Well, maybe you're a mutant then, man. Maybe you should join the army or something. Maybe you're part of the X-Men. Do your shoulders get sore?
I don't get sore
No!
anymore. But like that's
They used
because,
to.
But that's because we rock climb 3 times a
I'm
week.
not used to doing
So
this.
okay, so
and
again,
pulling.
the first thing that gives every time now is my forearms. So by the time my forearms give, my shoulders are no longer like I haven't worked them all the way.
Well, yeah, my shoulders do hurt because the last few times I've gone,
You've had some pain.
I've had a lot of pain like right here. Whenever I have to do like the ones where you can really only use the tip of your fingers to hold on.
Yeah.
And I have to like pull myself up on the wall, and my arms like around my chest level, so I'm putting a lot of strength on my shoulder to hold myself up.
That's
Like
what I mean.
that,
I'm
and
not saying
and
like
it
working
hurts.
out your rear delts or your front delts, like the muscle. I'm saying like just pulling yourself is gonna make that like area sore.
Yeah, and you're pulling your whole body
Yeah.
weight. So
Exactly. What's your take on
Dumbass.
that, Drew?
yeah,
It
let's
has
hear
not been that way for me. But
Today-
you are.
Hey,
your
let's
own
keep in mind,
person.
Drew hasn't climbed in a fucking year, so
I've also heard just today alone, Drew's takes on everything in the world is wrong.
Drew has had quite the hot take day. Like
But
How?
the
gotta hear
ref
some of these.
situation.
Oh my
He's
God.
roasting the refs for not letting like this. So someone got hit in the wrist
There's
with a
literally
puck.
a pool of blood on the ice.
So he's bleeding, got hit in the wrist. Okay.
And I'm the idiot, but everyone in the stands is chanting, "Refs, you suck."
Because
He's
they're
the
also
idiot.
idiots.
Okay, so what happens is, so the guys on
all
the ice,
fucking
right?
10,000 of them.
The guys on the ice, the other team is literally about to score. Okay,
yeah.
so as soon as it takes like a 3-second span, the puck goes back to the guy who's on the ice team. They blow the whistle immediately. So it's like 3 seconds. Drew's looking at the video like, they should have blown the whistle immediately, and he's having a fit. And I'm like, Drew, you're an idiot.
You
And then
just
he's
can't
blaming on
even
the
stand
ref.
up.
Well, you got to give him like, I'd say you got to give him like.
And he's in the shooting lane.
The ref, the puck was on the right side of the ice. He's down in the left circle.
Yeah, you have no idea
He
what you're talking
literally
about.
tries to get back in
Which
the
game
play.
are we talking
No, he
about?
doesn't. He
Yes,
does
he
not.
does.
I don't
You
even.
don't even
I don't even
fucking
know.
watch hockey.
I don't even watch
Dude,
hockey. And
he
I
got
watched the
hit-
video.
He
I
got
know.
hit. He went down
Is this
because
the-
there was a pool on the fucking ice. He didn't move. He didn't get back in the play.
He literally tries to stand up and falls over. It should be blown there.
You're an idiot.
Wait, is this the Leaf game?
No, random
No.
game. This is what it's not. It has no effect on us. He's still attached. He just wants. He hates refs. Drew has an issue.
They're all fucking stupid.
I would need to see it to put up forth an opinion on it, but
Also,
Yeah,
Drew,
We
I
can
like
watch
how
it,
your
don't you worry.
I like how your point is that it's not stupid because 10,000 other people agree with you.
Yeah.
You
It's
also
like-
mentioned you also mentioned last week. You mentioned last week that what like 50% of Canadians are like $1,000 away or something from being completely bankrupt.
Yes, that was a direct
So you're trying to
quote.
tell me that like
They're smart.
Just because all those Canadians. That is a Drew. That is a Drew take. Well done, Christian. Way to circle it back. Way to make this guy look even more dumb.
Man.
he's looking for a job, ladies and gentlemen?
The most hilarious thing is they're all about player safety, and then you got a guy pulling blood on the ice, and they're just like,
Christian's like
we'll see
editing,
what
the,
happens
editing
here.
the podcast. He gets to that point. He's like, yeah, we're gonna clip this. I don't know when I'm gonna need this, but we're gonna need it
put it
soon.
in the stockpile.
Adds it to the 30 already.
Just as a stockpile of ammunition on all of us if he ever
I
needs
don't.
it.
I'm actually running out of space on my hard drive, so I've had to start deleting a shit ton of stuff. And people have been asking me, being like, "Can we get highlights like best of 2019?" Or I'm thinking like best of the podcast for 2020. I'm like, I'm not gonna have any footage of this.
You gotta get a server. You gotta get Linus Tech Tips down here.
Well,
Or iCloud.
so I was
Yeah, just Google Drive it all.
slightly off topic, but on topic. I have been looking at houses again to try to see like I want to buy one.
Yes, sir.
Oh my
and
god.
obviously, I'm looking at way too high price houses,
He needs
but
a 3-car garage though.
I was looking at one and it had like a huge basement. First thing I thought of was rock climbing gym instead. But second thing I thought
Put a
of
rock
was
climbing
like,
gym in your house?
I was like, imagine
What's
if
the cost per square foot?
it was like 4,000 square feet and it was like 1.2 million.
What?
No, for like a wall.
No, for rock
Oh,
climbing.
I
Because we
think
looked
at the
this up.
house. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I thought that's what he was talking
Well
about.
then,
I was
all right.
like,
That's expensive.
that's fucking.
for rock climbing it was like $25.
yeah.
per square foot.
Yeah.
That's not
Which isn't
even
even
bad.
crazy.
Wait,
The thing
per
is, you
square-
have to have like a very specific room. It's got to
Yeah.
be tall. It's got to be.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
I
knock out
was
some
looking
ceilings.
at some houses there. I just got lost in the luxury website. I was like, $5 million mansions in our area with like 8 bedrooms,
Just
8
get after it, man.
baths,
Yeah.
4 garages. Backyard was like the size of this room.
Which is absurd.
You need a big
Like,
backyard.
It was like it
Just
was
take out 2
massive.
bedrooms and you have a backyard.
Mhm.
Just get that kind of house like 20 kilometers outside. Well, then the internet's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So all the houses I was looking at were all like fiber. I was like, I want this.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I was like, first off, rock climbing gym in the basement, and then
in the basement. What
and
did
then
you
the
say?
second thing I thought of was like, if it's fiber internet in that area, how amazing would it be if like every single room was like stream or recording ready? Like so I could set up like
start your own streamer house
basically, and then like just
And he's
anywhere.
trying to have like a friend stay over. Like, Christian,
Can I
can
have
you
one
move
of the
one of the
rooms, please?
computers?
No,
But-
it's rented for the year.
But then the other thing I was thinking of is like
Incubator.
if it's a good setup, I could set up like a server room with just like terabytes and terabytes of space, so I could just
That would be sick.
put everything on there, and like I could clip whenever we're editing a video and one of you says something fucked, I can clip it, save it forever.
toss it in a file, yeah.
You just got to get
There'd just be
Linus
like a
Tech Tips
Rob
down here.
server.
a server
He
just for
literally
me.
goes
Oh,
to
God.
YouTubers. He has like a series where he goes to YouTubers
I've
and
seen
builds
it.
them servers.
Linus
Tech
Tech.
Tips.
He's Canadian as well.
He's from Vancouver.
You're the guy who has an earring. Is it old? Okay, I know who
He's
that
not
is
old.
now.
He's like 30, isn't he?
He's old for a YouTuber.
It's just the
True.
earring and the spiked hair makes him look older.
Yeah, he has pretty good videos. I like this guy named Tech Source. I used to watch he used to have like top 5 setups of the week, and I would just sit there and be like, I wish I had this kind of money.
I like this guy named Mark Ass Brownlee.
I've seen that guy. Isn't he like big?
Yeah, he's huge.
What? What are you guys talking
His
about?
name's like Marquis Brownlee, but in the YouTube Rewind, Will Smith was in it. He's like, "Oh, it's Mark has Brownlee."
Oh
or something.
jeez, that's a tough scene for that guy.
Yeah.
You should become you become a
That
tech
guy just
YouTuber.
Will Smith.
You should be a tech YouTuber now, man. You should tech
Yeah.
reviews.
There's so many things that I want to branch off into, but like I obviously don't want to spread myself thin. It's also a lot of work. But right now I'm trying to think of like what I want to do for the next year. Because
How long? Like you're still gonna be Siege focused for a while. Though,
Yeah.
I imagine.
I have a couple of like important things that I need to put out as well. I want to do a financial video, which
Financial.
I'm gonna put
video.
out after invitational.
Like how much money I make,
Like,
Yeah.
like a bank account update, but Christian.
but like Christian sized.
I'm gonna do one for 2019. I'm gonna put out after invitationals. I was gonna put it out before, but I was like,
Just the biggest flex of a video.
all the people that I'm gonna see there, they're gonna be like, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
I'd watch that.
I think it's interesting. I loved watching other YouTubers.
I
break
liked
down
watching
their-
PewDiePie's, but he never gives it a
trying
real
to be
number.
disguised toast.
Literally, I watched that video. I was like, I want to do this one day.
Like I watched the videos where it's like this YouTuber makes this much, but it's like a top 10 clickbait one. PewDiePie will like review it and be like, "This is nowhere near the amount of money I actually
Yeah.
make."
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Dun, dun, dun.
Ben messages me a link saying, "Oh, it's like officially confirmed. Shroud and Ninja got 30 million to go to Mixer and stream there." And then
Okay.
I literally just look at the article for 5 minutes, and the first thing is like, this person says that he can guarantee that it was between 20 to 30 million. So I Google his name, find the company he works for, go to the website, and it's just like, it's like talents. Shroud and Ninja aren't on there. They're not representatives for them.
Oh,
But
God.
then Ben's like, oh,
Not
but he said it. I'm like,
anymore.
no, like it's a different agency handling it. They would have no way of knowing how much it is. And he's just like, oh, well, you just ruined my day.
I don't. It's so, I don't know why there's so much speculation upon
Well, that being
YouTubers
said,
making.
it's probably not that far off.
It's probably way more.
I was gonna say it's more. They could have made that pretty easy on Twitch.
Shroud was making, before he left, I think he was making 400 to 500,000 per month.
That's what I mean.
Jeez.
Like,
That's
So, like, do you really
fucked,
think he would
man.
take 30 million for 5 years? That's how much
and
he
the
makes
thing,
in Twitch.
the thing is he was growing.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he reached 100K subs,
That's
and then
so
it went back down to like
fucked.
40K. But like on top of donations, in an average stream, I think he would make like $5,000 in donations.
It's fucked, dude. Like the thing, like I used to watch Shroud all the time because he played Apex and stuff. And then as soon as he went to Mixer, I haven't watched him since. To
No,
be
me either.
honest.
I haven't either.
OG Shroud on the Apex grind.
Yeah.
From 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Shroud. Well, he's
I've
been
watched him
around
maybe
forever.
Same with, I
once
used to
on
be a
Mixer.
big fan of Ninja back in his PUBG days, and now I haven't watched him
I
since he
haven't.
went to Mixer.
I can
Said no one.
I can also say I've sat and watched like a 5-minute total of Ninja's streams. It's
a highlight video once.
The
Yeah.
Actually,
problem
no,
is-
I won't lie. That one Drake and
Oh,
Travis Scott.
I
watched
watched
that.
that. I watched that whole stream, but that's because like Drake was going to be
Drake,
on it.
Travis Scott, and Juju Smith-Schuster. Like
Yeah.
that's still crazy.
Travis Scott literally gets down. He's just like, God's plan.
Yeah. And then he's like, bless me with the hands.
Drake's just like, God got you, bro.
And then who was like they were playing with like another Twitch player, weren't they, for a bit?
No,
and
it
he was
was-
making
no.
it so weird. No, it was like Ninja, Drake was there, and then they had some
Oh,
other
yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
that was friends with Ninja playing, and he kept being like, Drake, man, you're my idol, blah blah blah, and then Drake just wouldn't say anything, and then Ninja would be like, yo, Drake, come here. Drake's like, I'm coming, and then it's just like the most weird dynamic ever.
But then they brought in Juju instead.
Yeah,
he literally had to like run to a store, buy a computer, set it up, play.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Juju was like,
I want
posting it
this.
on like Twitter too.
Yeah, he was like, he was literally live streaming him, like his buddy making the like setting the computer up so he could play just for that.
Imagine having a buddy run out and grab you a PC. Just really quick. I guess his buddy's probably making like he's probably fuck it, right? He's probably giving me $5K. Juju's probably keep it changed. Just bring me a sick PC.
I mean, to just hit their own $5K, like a $5 bill, and just like, whatever, man, keep the 10 cents.
It must be so nice.
I remember when that all happened, the aftermath, where Ninja was talking on stream, being like, "Yeah, Drake used me for my fame."
Yikes!
Well, who used you?
The problem is people watch Ninja because he was like the only person good at like Fortnite
at the time.
Like, yeah.
Then he
He's
fell
just
off.
such
hard.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
though.
He's a bit of a twat.
It's just like he's like I don't know if he's read Twitter.
Imagine
he's so cynical, man. He's
imagine
super passive
playing with-
aggressive with like everybody.
You're playing with fucking Drake, the OVO god himself, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, he used me for my fame." Like,
So
how dense?
Yeah, well, it's like how naive are you?
This guy owns a fucking commercial jet. He
OVO
literally
jet.
owns like a 747 to himself.
Rip Boeing, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking OVO.
Wait, what?
Boeing, the company
Yeah.
that makes jets, they're like
Did they go under?
they're going too soon, probably.
Oh.
Because
Well,
like,
they
everyone keeps saying like
struggling.
all this stuff keeps coming out about how like people were aware of stuff going wrong with their planes and still pushed it out to production.
Oh yeah,
anyways.
yeah, I've heard about that.
So it's like I don't know, man. Like with the current
PR
state of the
nightmare.
current state of the world, I'm so scared to get on a flight anywhere.
it's
Why?
safer than a car,
Yeah,
Well, it's
100%.
safer, but it's like you got like virus.
especially
like,
that car that you have that like
Well,
doesn't open.
That thing isn't going more than 40 minutes from
That
my
thing's
house.
got the Corolla virus.
I don't know if you're flying over Ukraine.
Yeah, like literally, just, I just don't trust like the world. Call me a like super
Okay.
like a scared
So-
boomer, but like
Man, they
you
just
got-
Rob,
they shoot planes out of the air.
Put this to perspective, because you're afraid of flying.
yeah,
Why do you hear about a plane crash?
because it's the only one that
Do you,
crashed.
but
Yes.
do you ever hear about a good plane landing? Because like
if I
literally
know
100 just happened a second ago.
if I know someone on it,
Also,
yeah.
also, how many times do you hear about like the thousands and thousands of car crashes that happen in Canada, U.S. alone in a day?
Barely.
Quite often, man.
To put
I'm
you
tuned
at
into the
ease,
police radars.
There was a flight this weekend going from like somewhere to Toronto.
Okay.
2 engines failed, and they blew a tire, like on takeoff. So they're down to 2 tires to land with and 2 engines. They
And probably
landed in
lopsided
Maine.
tires.
They landed in Maine fine. They circled around there for an hour to burn gas.
they literally-
with 2 engines.
They literally
and then landed fine.
They literally
No
circled,
injuries.
did a fucking loop coming down, landed just
Did a
on
barrel
the
roll.
nose.
they made a dick in the clouds. With their
Exactly.
trail.
And then
Landed
they did a
on the
nollie.
nose.
and the
Exactly.
pilot ejected at the last second.
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck this." He's like, "I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm out of here."
Yeah, panics.
But it's just like, fuck.
So all the planes, or at least all the big airliner planes, they can fly with 1 engine. So and they have 4.
Fuck.
So all 3 engines can fail, and they can still fly perfectly fine with 1. It's just that they have 4 to even the load and also for the backup emergency. Because if you only had 1 engine, it just failed, you're fucked.
And then even still, you lose all your engines. You just take a water landing.
Yeah. While I appreciate the assurance,
In the middle
I'm
of the
still
US.
not getting on a plane.
this dude is
in the Hudson River.
Rob 100% the type of dude to clap at the end of a flight.
I've thought
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I clapped at the end of Star Wars, and my friends were like, "Well, okay, I did it kind of like subconsciously." I was like, "Good fucking movie."
And then you're just like, oh, fuck.
And then literally, I'm like, "What do I do with my hands right now?" My
Rob
buddy's
just
like,
doubles down afterwards.
Shit.
and I look around, like, "Come on, guys." But
Rob flies like from Toronto to Montreal.
Yeah.
There's not even a pilot, it's just automated.
No, you're the type of dude gets out of the car after like a ride from here to like rock climbing, just pats himself.
Oh, thanks.
We survived another.
Thank fuck I made it. I'm scared I'm gonna turn into one of those people like lives in a box and there's like don't want to get hit by a car. Why would I leave my house today?
You can live in my house.
I'll live,
I'll live in his
here.
box.
I'll live here. Just whenever you leave here, just sign it over to me. It's that easy.
But keep paying
Imagine-
rent, please.
Yeah, keep paying the rent.
Imagine owning a fucking commercial jet.
That'd be pretty sick.
No.
Well, I wouldn't buy a commercial. I'd buy like a
True.
smaller
Yeah,
luxury
I want a
one.
Like,
small
how
one.
much money do you have?
Dude, he invested in
I'm
a
pretty
lot of
sure-
shit.
commercial jet.
Like obviously it's a lot, but I'm pretty sure it's not
That's not that much, man.
No, it was a fuck ton of money. Wasn't it like
Isn't it?
So, it's
Well, like what type of jet is it?
like a
Like-
jumbo?
Like
an
a jet
F-15
you would
like
take-
a Harrier.
Like one you would take from here to Vancouver.
Google it. This is worth a Google because I'm actually curious.
I'm pretty
How
sure
much is a
they're.
Boeing 747?
I'm pretty sure they're like
20?
I think in the 20 to 30 million range.
That's
Yeah.
still a
Which,
fuck ton of
it's
money.
a lot of money.
So the thing is,
But,
he
like,
bought
for-
it and then he retrofitted the whole thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he also opened an entire training facility, which is a lot of money too.
Mhm. And his house is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally bought the Raptors a training facility. Like
He built it from the ground up, didn't he?
they train at the like OVO Athletic Center.
Yeah. And his
Oh,
house.
Speaking of which, did you guys hear about the 100 Thieves thing?
Yeah, the whole house they built.
Yeah,
or the
they built like
office.
a Fortnite daycare center,
Yeah.
basically.
Really?
Dude,
Where
that's
it's just
like
like
the league
anyone
team.
can go and like they're like, oh, just come and like practice your Fortnite skills. They have like high-end computers for everyone to use, and it's free. I think.
I
or
watched the
something.
videos like of Nade like releasing it all. It was so funny. He's trying to talk to like the league team, and they're just like not getting what he's trying to do because there's obviously like the language barrier between them. He's like trying to hype them up for a video, and they're just like trying to play. They're like, why is he interrupting me right now? I was just like, but dude, that place is fucked.
It's like, and then they're
the
also,
Cash App compound or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they're also opening up like an actual store for their merch, which I don't really understand.
Well, because dude, their merch is like people love it. Like I
so
would
their merch, they love it.
Their merch is like
but
a
that's
clothing,
also,
it's like
Yeah.
a brand now.
Yeah.
but you also have to remember that's worldwide.
Yeah, Mr.
So,
Worldwide.
like,
Mr. Worldwide.
It's very easy when you order it online, but like, how many people are gonna come to a store to
I
buy
think
it?
that
We'll
lots
see.
of people will, to be honest. If I had to guess, basically, I have friends who like
There's
break
at least-
their backs trying to get this shit, man.
At
So,
least
like,
7 people would show up opening day.
yeah, at least like there's probably a few of Nate Shot's friends, you know, that he'd invite.
All right, Drew, spit it
All right,
out.
yeah, I see this guy.
Drake owns a Boeing 767.
Yeah, we already went through that.
Seating capacity of 181
How
to
much?
375.
That was just
How
See,
much?
that doesn't matter. He rebuilt the whole thing.
$200 million.
Okay, that's
200
not
All right, that's
bad.
crazy.
million.
That's pretty crazy. No, maybe not 20.
I think the
20
747s are a lot cheaper.
I don't know.
It's 747 is like the generic
But again,
airliner, and that's.
Still. What did you do? What happened? Is it still...
keep your
Fucking happy
still.
feet swung at the camera. We good.
That scared the shit out of me.
Me
I thought
too.
that was getting knocked over.
I didn't scare me, but I just saw this guy like,
I saw it in the corner of my eye. I was like, that's not tips.
it's
This
all
is gonna be
over.
a bloodbath. in
Trapping
here.
my feet in the chairs. Don't worry.
Hey.
We should, you know how those eye trackers? We should put one on the bottom of the table for Drew's feet and just see the fucking flight pattern. It'd probably be
feet
like windshield
move.
wipers.
20 kilometers, must say.
You did 20,000 steps.
It's like those, like, you
Jesus.
seen that thing for like, it's like when you sit down, you like bike with your feet. It's like
Yeah.
that. Just get Drew something like that to keep his feet
Down.
occupied.
Jesus.
And
You
you
can
get
power this whole setup.
Exactly.
Anyway, $200 million jet and a whole athletic center.
Jeez.
And his house was
But
crazy.
that's all thanks to Ninja.
Yeah, because he
Fair.
borrowed Ninja's fame or borrowed Ninja for his
Oh, yeah.
name.
Stole
So
it.
what I want to
He
say
owes Ninja huge,
before
man.
we got off the topic is I think the reason why Ninja seems so like angry all the time is because so before you've seen it probably in the highlights is like he used to be very edgy.
Oh, he's yeah.
Like he would roast Twitch thoughts all the time. He would be like
Alinity.
screaming and calling
Super
people
toxic.
like retard in game and like in chat, just roasting people. It's super toxic. And then he realized that when he was getting popular, he's like, if I want to make more money, I need to be family friendly because kids just
Which
eat
was
shit up.
Yeah.
one hell of a business move.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like overnight, he went from super toxic to just super friendly.
Dyed his hair
And then-
blue and shit.
And then one time on stream, he swore.
Was that the thing
And-
where he was like, so he was claiming some guy was joining his stream and killing him? And he's like, wait for the emote. Remember that whole
No. That was
saga?
something different. I'll explain that after.
That was
But
hilarious.
so at one point, like he went on Twitter and was just like, I am so sorry to all you guys for like me swearing on stream because like he swore.
Did he say the F word or something?
Yeah,
or
he
did he say
said fuck.
fuck? Yeah, I don't know why I said F word.
And then he's just like, he's like, it just felt so good to finally relieve like some of that stress because I guess he never really swore. And then after that, he started his after hours stream where he'll swear
Oh, okay.
or whatever.
Ninja After Dark.
Or after dark, yeah.
So this was just a big publicity thing.
It's like if he wants to be
probably.
swear, watch it that night.
Yeah.
So I think
Just
like,
like, oh, he's gonna say the F word again.
I think he gets so like angsty because of how family friendly he has to be.
Yeah.
And then also like he does all these things for publicity.
The
more
thing
than
is
anything.
like that family friendly, that ticket, that got him so much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like so many sponsorships, so much everything.
Because like
so
when you
much
think
money.
of Fortnite, you think of little kids and
And-
Ninja. It's
and
like
then
literally the
The issue
trifecta.
is that now it's dying down. Like it's still big.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. But like
Well, it's just the
and-
same thing over
Dude,
and
At
over.
this
Yeah.
point, this dude's made his money.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll never see. I don't think we'll ever see a game that can encapsulate the entire generation like Fortnite did. Not for us, but for like
Maybe.
kids
No.
below us.
Fucking bullshit.
You don't
Man,
think so?
Just
So
wait
you're
till
trying to tell me like
wait till
Dude,
Ready
Fortnite-
Player One.
Fortnite is embedded in like the generation
it
of kids
fucked
below
up many
us.
kids.
But you do know like Pac-Man.
Yeah, I'm saying
Fucked
like,
up many
I
kids.
just I like
Yeah.
sure it could happen, but I personally think Fortnite is so
You're
like,
also
literally embedded in every
you also have
single
to remember,
kid.
gaming is growing like crazy.
Yeah,
and
every
Fortnite's
year.
the main medium for
Yeah,
that.
but you think Fortnite's gonna be around forever?
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like in
Did
terms
you,
of
did
like
you watch Ready Player One?
no, I didn't actually.
The whole premise of it is literally like this one guy hides an Easter egg in a VR video game that like everyone has a headset to, everyone has gloves, like you walk around, whatever, and the first person to find it gets his whole empire.
It's like billions of dollars.
And like,
Well-
I guarantee you there will be something like that in our lifetime.
Like a VR like immersion.
Literally, like every single person on the planet plays his video.
Would you
game.
recommend watching that movie too? By the way,
Read the book first.
yeah.
I would also say, just to clarify, they're not all obsessed with the game for the money. Most people don't care about it. They just like it's
They already play. It's like happens
like-
to be.
they're
a
like,
thing.
because
um,
it's full immersion. So
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
you
yeah.
have a haptic suit, so you can feel whatever you're seeing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like
Walking
so-
on a
so-
treadmill, like
yeah. So everyone just wants to be like someone else. So they just make.
So
a
like,
different
what
character.
do companies just create like farms of people to try and find this fortune or something?
No,
like
most
that?
people don't care about it.
one company does.
So then
Oh.
there's like this easy mode too for the people who are like 500 pounds plus for our sisters. I'm kidding.
I thought that was gonna be a thing for a second. I was like,
Nah,
what?
My,
They actually
my,
did that?
my favorite TLC show.
Drew's got us hooked on these like stupid TLC
The
shows.
gypsy weddings and shit.
No, it's like
No, every
1,000
single
pound
link
sisters.
that Drew has sent me over the last week starts with 500-pound or like 600-pound women. Like
Maybe
okay.
Drew's secretly a feeder. We just don't
That's
know
what I'm
it.
saying.
No.
It's a fetish.
No, it's just
I don't
because
know what
YouTube's
about that.
recommending it now.
Because you only watch that.
No, I watched. You know YouTube. You watch one video on like how to fix a car, and then like
Drew,
the
of a
next
sudden-
thing
I'll give
you're
that-
this
like,
is the
I've
only
been watching car cleaning
No,
clips for days.
This
now.
is the only thing you've been talking about for the last week.
no.
It's not like you
it's
watched.
just the only videos I've sent you.
It's not like it's the only
You're
that you watched
absolute-
one video.
You're so right. Every video I watch ever, I send right to you.
It's literally all you watch. Every single time we play Smite, on 500-pound sisters or whatever.
That's because Shane likes it.
It's fucking great. It's great. Something about it's kind of wholesome too. I don't know why.
Man.
Like, is it about them losing weight
Okay,
or are they just
so-
fat?
No.
Well, the one sister's trying to. She actually has a YouTube channel. She's trying to lose weight, and and
We should
like
do a
her
collab.
sister. Like there's one video in particular where her sister is like, I'm never gonna find love. Like you're getting married. Why can't I find love?
And they're
her
both,
sister's
like,
yeah.
big?
And the other
Okay.
sister's like, dude, I get it. But like you, the right guy's out there for you. It's just like the most wholesome.
It's wholesome, and their laugh when they laugh is actually fucking jokes. Like,
And
it's
then
funny.
when they go places like drive, they get a minivan.
Oh god.
Like an Uber
So
fucking
It's like
pickup
driver,
truck.
passenger, and then like the bigger sister's just in the back. Like all the seats are taken out.
Oh,
and she's just
no.
like chilling.
Dude, like something about like morbidly obese people just looks so alien to me. It makes me uncomfortable. Like when people are like so fat they can almost not even walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What's the score?
2-1.
Okay. But it's just like I can't look at like I call me
Rob.
like not like okay. It's one thing to be like overweight. We're
I can't
talking
talk
like
to them, bro.
people who are so like huge that like you've just been like how did you even get to this? Like
He's talking about like when
They're around,
it
like-
limits your life.
yeah, people who like literally are in
like-
little scooters. Just, like,
The
can't
one,
walk.
the one we watched today, she couldn't sit up by herself.
Yeah,
she called
it's like-
paramedics to go to like the grocery.
It's like
store.
I feel
No,
like
she was going to get surgery.
it's like if you call the paramedics go to the grocery store.
She's going to get surgery.
This is why you can never trust a word that comes out of Drew's
Go to
mouth.
the grocery store.
It was funny. They're like we called the like paramedics to help us out, and I was like, oh, so like 2 people. How are they going to do this? And literally like 12 people walk in the house.
a
I'm
lot
like,
of paramedics.
holy
They're
shit!
like, have you ever been on a stretcher before? She's like, yeah, maybe once. We're like, all right, well,
A
There you go.
stretcher.
about to be twice.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But,
But like, do you know what I mean? Just like if you have a condition, it's one thing. But like, how do you not understand that you're on a trajectory to get that big?
Well,
and
at
you
that
don't
point,
stop it.
it's a mental disorder. It's
Mental
not like,
or it's actual a health thing. Like you
Yeah,
physically
okay,
can't
yeah.
stop. Yeah.
But like, okay,
I agree.
that's understandable.
The thing is too is we're very I don't want to say we're kind of not we're sensitive to it to a point because there's truly not much of that around us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
But,
mean?
like,
Like, we're
I've
not
been
used
fat
to it. Which
before.
you both have.
Like-
Second year, I was literally like 170.
But you know what I mean. But
zero
like
muscle.
that's not 300.
170 versus a 700
But the
pound
point
human.
is, I didn't keep going. I
But-
Yeah.
went to the
But
That's-
gym.
again,
what I'm saying.
we're kind of there's not much of that around.
No,
us.
yeah, it's like
Like when you go down to Florida, every other person go to Texas.
it looks like Wall-E, that fucking blimp they have.
I
Everyone's on this.
I will never get the image out of my head that when I was going to San Francisco for the first time and I connected in Chicago, the first thing I see getting out is literally a group of 8 like 300, 400-pound obese men just walking together. I'm like, this is America. And then I saw that like
America.
This is America.
I'm not even joking. At least 50% of the people I saw were over 300 pounds.
That's
what I mean. Like, but
fucked.
we're
maybe just stumbled into a sumo convention by accident.
we're
Apparently.
we're
And
not
the
desensitized. We're sensitive to it. Still.
On Reddit, I saw a video, and it was like the last place sumo wrestler.
I did see that.
And he
I
won
did
a
see
match,
that.
and he was just like so emotional.
Do you read the whole
crying and
story
shit.
though?
No,
Dude, he was like the lowest seed.
So he
in
lowest seed,
everything. Yeah.
and then his master, like the person he looked up to most, mentor, had died mid tournament.
Oh,
So like he was doing it for him, and like this is the first time in like 50 years that the lowest seed has won number one. Number two, like it was like it's like an
just doing
actual.
it for
You
his
could make a
boy.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
hope
thing,
they do.
I'd
the
watch
thing
it.
is though is the again I deep dived. I know crazy, but the top 2 people in the world. So and like these guys are nuts. Weren't in the competition. So,
Okay, so it's like-
why you gotta take it away from him, man?
So they were in the competition. He was gonna get killed. But again, he went on like an 11-1 run, and even the top guys when they're going to win those competitions, they go on like they're like 8-4. Like
Yeah.
he went on an unheard of run,
like he went nuts.
and then he was so unprepared to
Went
win
brazy.
because you know how like customs and like all their stuff is everything has to be done a certain way. He had to like get coached before the final ceremony on how to actually do everything because he was like he never thought he would ever win.
yeah. So
Wholesome.
I don't worry about this.
Good
And he was on like the top end of age, like he was like 33. So like that's very high age for that type of
That's great
profession.
content, though.
At that point, that's like senior citizen for them.
For that profession, yes.
Yeah.
Great content. Absolutely fantastic
I
content.
shed-
I watched that whole
I
video
shed
that you're
one
talking
tear.
about. It's not that like you ever get that. Maybe it's just me.
No,
Again,
I get it all the time.
where it's like you almost start crying over something so fucking trivial. It's just
Yeah.
like what the
Literally
fuck.
all the
Wait.
time.
Like-
you?
Yeah.
You crying?
No,
Not
okay.
like actually
Soldier
crying.
comes
So yeah,
home
we
with
talk
his
about
wife.
this.
The
So-
most
so-
sensitive person in this group
not,
crying.
Not soldiers coming home to their kids.
yeah. that one's on
That kills
automatic. That one's automatic cry.
Like there was one where the soldier's like waiting after his son's football game.
yeah, those
Or
ones
like
are
as
always
they're going
killer.
out and this dead man. He's
Dude.
like this like
There was
I don't know,
one
he's
literally
like
like
20,
yesterday.
just
I was
bawling
looking on
his eyes out.
like Sportsnet or whatever, and it was like that. His dad had never been to one of his games, and then he sunk the game winner, and like just bawling after. I'm like this.
This is it.
you gotta
Yeah.
send me
One that
that.
always gets
Yeah.
me though is when they like find an animal like out in the wild that's been like beat up or like it's
And
like
bring it back.
emaciated and, then they can
and then
nurse
he
it
cries
back to
because
health.
they nurse it back. He's like, they should fucking leave it.
Dude, but
They,
like,
they play the sad music
No,
and
and
show
then-
5 different pictures.
exactly. And at the very end of the video, it's like 10 seconds of them being like super happy and healthy, and you're just
dog
like, dude,
playing.
I'm about to fucking like bawl my eyes out.
Christian's
right now.
over here like
Christian's like, it's like Christian's like.
none of this affects
Christian's
me.
like, he's like, imagine having tear ducts.
No, so the animal ones I like. The army ones I don't want to give my take on because I don't want to get destroyed
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
Butchered. Yeah.
We'll just we'll just say he likes
tune
them.
into Beg Boys After Dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boys After Dark.
I don't like those ones. The ones that always, or the stuff that always makes me cry is more like real life stuff. Is like,
Well, like,
No.
your parent coming back from being deployed. That's pretty real.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you want to get into it, then
I'm not gonna
that's
get into
fair.
it.
That's
I'm
fair.
gonna get
That's
fucking
fair.
roasted
That's
for it.
fair. Yeah.
No, but the ones that like get me are like stuff like Up, the beginning of Up.
Yeah. Okay, that's a tearjerker.
Where it's like
Devastating.
it's something that like is actual real life and how your life would pan out and being like, holy fuck, like imagine being 80 and the love of your life dies before you go on the like your favorite planned trip that you
Yeah,
want to do forever.
that'd be
I'm like, oh my
fucking shitty.
god. That's
Yeah,
devastating.
that one sucks. And like, what's another one that's always brutal? I don't know. Again, I have a soft spot for like. This is gonna come out weird. Bear with me. I have a soft spot for old people, where it's just like when they come
the
in.
sexy granny.
I was gonna say, let me quote top comment from last week.
It all makes
Dude,
sense
in my
now.
head just now. The giant. All I saw was sexy grannies. I was like, someone's gonna connect the dots.
Let
here.
me quote last week's.
But it's
top
like at
comment.
work, like it's not like I understand it. It's like, yeah, be nice to the like elderly people, but like they're not here to buy anything for the most part. So like I think I've talked about this. But every old person that comes in, I tell myself like, yeah, I'll give them like a bit of my time, then I have to get going. It's like an hour later, I'm sitting there like digging through their phone settings, figure out how to make their text ding for them again. It's
You're
like,
like, so how's your granddaughter
and then
doing?
and then all my
Is she single?
and then everyone at work's just like, dude, like, what? Like, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I can't not help old
Rob's
people.
boss is like, dude, you have fucking quotas. You don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, man, I have quotas for myself. Help 3 elderly people this week.
For me, it's like 50-50 because again, once you work long enough, you get kind of the same people coming
Yeah.
in. It's literally
Retail's
50-50.
like, yeah.
Half of them are like, oh, I'll spend all day with you. You're
Exactly.
awesome. And then the other half are just like, you're how? Who hurt you?
Yeah, it takes a
like,
lot.
why are you that bad?
Takes a lot for
That's
that.
Robin, 20 years.
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty empathetic, man. I like to
Yeah.
think.
So he's hoping to be.
No, he's
a
gonna
nicer
be
one.
that old person. That's what I'm saying.
No, when I'm an old person, it's gonna be fun, like
Yeah.
being able to just fuck around and not really. Like, everyone's he's just old. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Rob's
But,
no, never mind. Never mind.
My dad's one friend lives out on Vancouver Island, and
I had a
he's
feeling
like,
you were gonna take that. And I was like, fuck.
he's so grouchy, and like everyone in town knows him though, but they also know he's grouchy. So he'll walk through the grocery store, and they'll be like, "Hey, Kevin, how's it going?" He's like,
Don't talk to me.
Shit day, and they're like, "Oh man, it's so good to see you." I'm like, "Why are you still like friends with him? Like what?"
That's awesome.
He just blew you off 3
People
times.
like that probably like they're just so used to being grouchy, just don't know how to not be grouchy. They
But
probably
they love
want
it.
friends.
They
That's
love
the
it.
thing.
They love that he's grouchy.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things to do when someone's like complaining or just going off and you just act overly happy to them
Yeah.
because you know deep like they're just getting more and more
Yeah.
angry, but there's nothing because you're doing exactly what
It's
you're
like,
supposed to.
what are you gonna do?
Shane's
Report me?
perfect for
yeah.
retail.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Ended
making their
many
life even
lives.
harder.
Yeah,
It's like they come in to complain. It's like, I'd love to help you.
exactly.
Or like when I worked customer service at Home Depot, it was like people would try to return like a lawnmower they bought 8 years ago. It's covered in grass stains, beat up, and they're like, "What do you mean I can't return it?"
That's some Rob shit right
And I
there.
was just like, dude, like you don't even have the receipt. Like,
Actually.
what the fuck are you trying to pull off here? This is like trying to get $300 store credit to go buy a barbecue with your
Yeah.
old ass lawnmower. Get the fuck out of my face,
All
old
right.
man.
Last story.
So my Timberlands squeak, and I messaged them, and then their customer service, and they're gonna send me new ones, but they're like, before you send yours back, make sure they're clean. Like I have to clean off my Timberlands before I send them back. I'm just like,
They're already pretty
kind
clean,
of.
aren't they?
why?
Who fucking cares? You're getting a new pair
Dude,
of
I didn't even know
shoes.
Tim's
It's
had a
weird,
customer
though.
service department. That's pretty wild.
I didn't know either. I just messaged them.
This is-
I should
this
send mine
fucking-
in.
What a jackass though. My shoe squeaks.
My Tim squeak.
White person thing.
It squeaks and it has a warranty. I'm gonna get new ones.
Oh my god, this guy.
Imagine being white.
Yeah, jeez.
you
get
can do
outta
it too
here.
with Can Do.
All right, so we should prompt a question, which I don't. What were
We
gonna
already
prompt?
did. I just forget what it was.
We were gonna ask like who's gonna win between us two, but I feel like
That's not.
I-
They know that already.
yeah, they know I'm gonna win.
Let's say something to do with the halftime show. What everyone's.
Oh yeah,
playing.
what did everyone think of the
Who did
halftime
it better?
show? No.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think, and who did it better? If you did like it,
Yeah, and we'll have
Yeah,
to
'cause I hated it,
reserve
but-
our opinions. I know my answer.
Two-tiered question.
Shakira.
One, did you like it? Two, who
We're
did it better?
we're not. It was Shakira who did it better.
Shakira.
I think it's unanimous.
anyways, let us
She
know.
definitely has the better ass shake.
Bye.
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 HR.